I don't want to say it too loudly. As far as I'm concerned, I have completed Football Manager. Rugby Town, that youth recruitment request I put in last episode that hadn't come through, it's come through. 5-star youth recruitment. Also, our social media followers have shot up as well. I assume that's down to some of our high rep signings, including the one I've alluded to in the title of this video. But you know what? Before we talk about him, there's only been 2 games played since last episode. We'll rattle through these quickly. Of course, last episode, the Crawley game. We're not going to talk about that one. And the Chelmsford win. Since then, 2 wins in a row. The first against Wealdstone, 2-1 in the league. Isaac Pritchard, 93rd minute winner. In this match, we were like the big bad wolf. We huffed, we puffed, and eventually, well, we blew Wealdstone's house down. Isaac Pritchard, 93rd minute. What a goal that was. Yeah, this was a game where we were absolutely dominant. Had we not won this game, I would have been annoyed. Was also nice to beat Chorley in the FA Cup qualifying rounds. We have booked ourselves into the first round where we're going to be taking on Woking, who play in the same division as us. So just as a reminder, the plan of attack today is to do the games against Solihull and Rochdale. They are the 2 teams currently in 1st and 2nd in the league, although look at this league table. There is 3 points separating 8th to 1st. We do have a game in hand on a lot of the teams in and around us, which is kind of nice, actually. That could prove critical. But if we could get 2 wins today, there's a very, very high chance we'd end the episode top of the league. I've made you wait already. You got to wait till after the intro. Right after this, the new highest earner at the club, the new potential star player, maybe? I think he could come good. Oh, let's run the intro and I'll show him off to you. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Jude Sunsup-Bell, perhaps the second best English player with the first name Jude in world football. This guy, formerly of Chelsea, formerly of Tottenham, was released from their team having played 6 games for them last year, never got a league goal during his time with Tottenham, and now he's playing for us. £850 a week he's signed for us on, 3-year contract. If we get promoted, 2 added years, and whilst he is the new highest earner, he's probably worth every penny. Currently a leading League 2 player, potential to be a championship player, a little bit wary of how much of that potential he might be able to fulfill given the fact he's 23, but I guess the logical player to compare him to here is going to be Adam Abbas, and when you compare him against Abbas, it's kind of men against boys. I feel like the thing that makes Jude so good, to be honest, is his physicals. The 15 pace with 15 acceleration. That's going to be crazy at this level. Looking at our team judged by star ratings, whilst it's not the be-all or end-all, he is right up there. Allegedly our 3rd best player, alongside the likes of Ngoma on £700 and Ricky D, who's on £625. In spite of the fact we brought him in for a load of money, it barely touches the wage budget. We are now committed to spend £11,300. Our wage budget total that we're allowed to spend £21,000. So, yeah, don't need to worry about it too much. I am keeping a very, very close eye on some players that are available to sign as well. There's some crazy players out there that my scouts have been finding. I'm trying to think of some good examples. Asula, he's still a free agent. You might remember we were looking at him all summer. Did try and sign him recently. He still wanted silly money. But elsewhere, there's a few players who you might recognise if you've done saves in England. Lino Sosa, a player who starts at Arsenal, has loads of potential. Good little wing-back. I don't want to say it too loudly. He would be an upgrade on Andrew Slate. In fact, he'd be a massive upgrade on Andrew Slate. However, at least at the moment, he does want too much money. Another player who I do like the look of is Sean McLaughlin. This guy, 30 years old, model citizen personality with 15 determination, super consistent, not a quick centre-back, but a really, really talented centre-back. I don't need more defenders, but if this guy came available, given how young our team is, it could be really, really good to get someone like him in with model citizen personality, just to really help with the personalities of all our younger players in the squad who are a little impressionable. And in fact, these are players that we're looking at are just the players that we've scouted. I did have a quick look recently at players just sorted by world reputation. Juan Bernat, Jesse Lingard, Aurier, Danny Ings, Pascal Gross. There's players here that you're definitely going to recognise. Michael Keane, Bamford. I suppose the issue with all these players is they are quite old. Aaron Ramsey, Patrick Bamford, probably not what we're looking for. I mean, Bamford's not bad. I feel like at this point I don't need more players. I've gone from a situation where we had a small squad to now having a squad of 25. I need to draw the line somewhere. I'm drawing the line tentatively where we are right now. If a good player becomes available, I might go over the line a little bit. With Jude joining the club, I have also made the decision to loan out Joe Richards. This guy was our 5th choice striker anyway. He was going to drop down to 6th choice. Whilst he had been playing for our under-18s regular first-team football at a decent level, I think will really benefit him. So he's playing for Maidstone for this year. As an important player, we'll keep a close eye on his development. Anyway, that is you all caught up on goings-on. We're back today because these next 2 games are absolutely massive. You might have noticed we do play Bath midweek. I've always been more of a Shower fan than a Bath fan. They don't excite me as a game to play. So sorry, Bath, you're just going to be a footnote in today's episode. But to kick things off today, we are going to be taking on Solihull Moors. Media prediction of 8th, currently in 2nd. They play at the Armco Arena. There's no preview picture of it. It was built in... What year was this built? The year built 1998. Very surprised it's not got a picture in our stadium pack, but that means all the more mystery. Let's go find it and do an away day and see what it's looking like. I'll be honest with you, this might be the closest we get to a local derby to Rugby Town for a little while. Solihull is in the southeast of Birmingham. Is it part of Birmingham or is it separate to Birmingham? Answers at the postcard. I don't know. It's inside the M42, so I'm going to count it as part of Birmingham, realising I don't know where the football club is. There's lots of grass in Solihull. That's what I am learning. I'm not being funny, right? Solihull is here. The football stadium is the wrong side of the M42. It's not even in Solihull. What a scam. I will say, though, they are winning me over with the car park. And also, there are lots of fields here. Football pitches, rugby pitches, more football pitches. I've got a confession. Solihull FC, not the team we're playing today. We're playing Solihull Moors. Different team. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Solihull Moors, no rugby pitch next to it, although there is whatever this is next to it. It kind of dwarfs the football stadium a little bit, doesn't it? These giant warehouses and stuff. I'm going to assume this is like car parking for like a power... Is it a power station, these places? This can't be the match day parking. I don't think it's the match day parking. It's either car storage or it's some kind of government experiment. I'll let you guys be the judge. I've solved the mystery. It's We Buy Any Cars car dealership. So you can't park there on away days, I'm sorry. I mean, suddenly, what would have been a respectable car park for this level and an away day, it doesn't look as impressive, does it? What street view options do we have at the stadium? The answer is not many. Not in the stadium. I can confirm we are in the right place. I believe in real life Solihull Moors have updated their badge. This is taken from 2023. They've been very lazy. They've not updated their badge on the signage outside the ground. Here is the stadium, though. Looks quite cute from here. This might be the best view we get, so really drink it in. I was hoping there might be a better view from the road. That's the roof there. Actually, if I go left of the entry we're at before, we're over here. Warning, this area is under covert mobile surveillance. Tell you what, there could be government stuff going on here. It's like Solihull is the Area 51 of the UK, it turns out. Here's the football stadium from behind. She's a looker. I don't know what I was expecting. No idea what I was expecting. In a first for Park to Prem, I've decided to go to Solihull FC and just look at their away day. See, I can go in their car park. So instantly, better away day here at Solihull FC. Look at this car park. You know, it's a disappointing away day when I can't muster up the courage or energy to go look at it on Google Earth. The Armco Arena. Not impressive. Not good. 3 out of 10. Yeah, 3 out of 10. Sometimes away days go on tangents. I feel like that was one of those days. But I hope you enjoyed it nevertheless. Not a classic for the right reasons, but maybe a classic for the wrong reasons. Let's hope the match is a little bit better than the away day. Away from home, this is going to be tricky though. Now, in terms of team news for today's game, Connor Coventry still not fit. You might remember that injury he got a few episodes ago. Brought him in to be a squad player. He has not been that player because he's been injured the whole time to start the year. The only other player unavailable is Jamie Stevenson. He wouldn't be near the first team anyway, but I've just got him playing with the youth team. He just plays with the under-18s at the weekend, trains with the first team. To be fair, not a bad little backup fullback. When it does come to the starting 11, in fact, when I look at this team, we are just about at full strength. This might be the first time ever it is actually a full strength 11. Simkin in goal, Welchik alongside the new centre-back Lissa. Hopefully he doesn't score an own goal like he did last episode for us. Elsewhere, Ricky D and Slate are going to play left back and right back. Shipston, not on international duty with India, so that's a good thumbs up moment. Hopefully he doesn't leave during today's episode either. In the final third for today's game, I am going with Hamilton and Abbas. Of course, we have got Jude in the team. I feel like I'm just going to call Jude or maybe JSB. I feel like Jude Soonsup Bell is a name that I will not ever get to roll off the tongue. Also, can we discuss his value? He's valued at £3 to £4 million. I've never noticed that before. That's mad. But yeah, sadly for Jude, doesn't have match fitness. He needs to get that sharpness up. He's going to start on the bench. He is our secret weapon. I've got to hope that Solihull haven't looked at the news going on in the league during the week. Maybe they don't know we have him yet. It's going to be like a WWE, moment where he arrives on the stage from nowhere and no one expected him to come in. Hopefully we don't need him to get us the win. But if we do need him to get us the win, I think he could be the man to score lots of goals for us this year. I suppose the natural question is he going to be playing for Hamilton or for Addons? And the honest answer is I feel like the three of them will probably rotate as our strikers and will largely pick it off form. Of course, I want to keep Hamilton playing first-team football. He's come through our academy, has loads and loads of potential. On the flip side, Addons has been a little bit hit and miss so far this year. I suppose the same applies to Hamilton as well. That is one of the reasons why I've decided to go in and get this new striker. Whilst they have been getting goals, there's also games where they just don't really do anything. It's a bit frustrating when you have strikers like that. I'm hoping that Jude is either going to provide that consistency himself or kick our regular strikers into gear. Okay, they have got a corner early on in this game. We are very susceptible to conceding corners. In spite of the fact we've got really good players in the air, we just concede corners. And we've conceded another one. I'm looking at this here. We don't have anyone at the edge of the box. Do I not have anyone set to be at the edge of the box on set pieces? I feel like that's been a consistent problem this year. Don't mind me looking at how we defend set pieces. I'm putting two players to stay at the edge of the area. I'm doing it here on the left. I have no idea what's going on here. Why the graphic is all aligned to the right. The attack and defend graphics are the wrong way round. Just Football Manager things. Well, we've got to fight back from a losing position. I'm going to resist the urge to bring on Jude after 2 minutes. That feels like it's premature, especially with his lack of match sharpness. That said, when you are paying a player the kind of money we're paying him, £850, relative to the rest of the team, he's going to need to be a match winner in the same way that players like Ngoma can be. I say that. Ngoma's not been as outstanding this year. Maybe he's found his level. I hope that's not going to be the case. They're on the attack again here. And but for a Simpkins save, Solihull Moors could have had a second there. Slate, just get it away. I've noticed here, Solihull are playing this really defensive shape. 3 centre-backs, defensive mid, 2 centre-mids, wing-backs. It's going to be painful to break them down. A set piece might be key. Ricky D might be key. It's 1-1. The short corner special. Ngoma to Edwards. He plays it across. He wasn't given an assist, Edwards, for that pass there. It did deflect, I think. But it doesn't matter. It's in the back of the net. We have revenge. It's 1-1 on corners. And now Ngoma's got injured. What's the injury? What's the damage? Foot injury. Nobody liked that. Well, Pritchard, you are coming back into the team, my friend. Welcome back. He's going to play left centre mid as the centre mid on support. I pray that injury's not serious. Solihull with a throw-in on the near side. They're going to throw it short to Firth. Hamilton working back and getting the ball. He has, by the way, signed that new contract I talked about last episode. £375 a week. He really needs to start showing up more consistently. Hold Chuddy, Pritchard, Slate. There's options in the middle. Going to give it back to Welch. What's he now going to do with it, the centre-back? He goes across to Lissa. The centre-backs maybe spreading the play from one wing to the other. Hold Chuddy, finding himself in a little bit of space and then finding himself without the ball. That is a shocking pass that leaves us susceptible on the break. Williams for them in the wide area. There's players queuing up in the middle here for Solihull. It's whipped back post. It's over everyone. Clark will keep the attack alive, however, in the corner. It's all down to Welch to try and shepherd him away. Kelly inside. And I'll be honest, that is just some really nice football. That was an annoyingly good goal. I thought at this moment here, maybe the danger's been dealt with. Maybe it's just one of those fake Football Manager highlights. Narrator, it was not one of those fake Football Manager highlights. Adeole with his second goal of the game. I think that's his second. I've said Adeole there. I can confirm it's Adeloy. But Adeole is a cooler name. You should change it, Tommy. Okay, Solihull Moors have just cleared a corner of ours, but it's not away from danger. Abbas, square it or shoot it. He scored. It's offside. It's offside. It's always offside. I know I should be really thinking about this game here and what's going on the pitch. I'm just sat panicking about Ngoma. That's a really, really bad injury. Half-time of this match here, 2-1 to Solihull. We've had one shot. It's the only shot on target we've had. It did go in. As for themselves, it's not like they've created a sea of chances, but in spite of having a lot less of the ball, they've had more than twice as many shots. I'm going to tell the players that I'm furious and hope that kicks them into gear. Abbas is on a 6.2. You know what? This might be premature. It's time to bring on the secret weapon. Play his theme tune as he comes out for the second half. I don't know what his theme tune is. Answers on a postcard as to what it should be. Jude is on the pitch. I feel like with an hour played here, I do need to change something. We're having a load of the ball. We've in fact had a lot more shots in the second half, but there's been no highlights to speak of. It's not really worked our current game plan. We've been trying to force the play through the middle. I'm going to ask the players now to play a little bit wider in this second half. We're going to pass into space and get more direct. In transition, let's get it to the flanks, distribute quickly, and out of possession. I was going to drag these things forward. They're already dragged as far forward as they can be. I'm going to tell the players to get stuck in. Why not? Going to save our final sub for now. I'll have to think about how we might use it here. There is a temptation to go to the free striker setup. As things stand, though, it's an even game. I don't need to gamble too soon. And in fact, there could be something happen here. Hamilton's gone down in a heap. The referee's pointed to the spot. I'm about to do something controversial here. I'm about to make, I think you all know what I'm about to do. I'm about to make Jude the penalty taker on his debut, earning the big bucks. Give him the football. I'm looking at you, Jude. I'm looking at you, my friend. He never scored for Tottenham in the Premier League. It's a bit of a drop down to play for us. He's missed the penalty. I can't believe it. I'm paying him £800. It's not even like he's got bad penalty taking. 9 penalty taking in our team's brilliant. I feel like I've got to roll the dice in this game. I'm going to bring in another striker. Edwards. I feel like I have to keep Edwards on the pitch here, to be honest. I'm going to take off Hull Chuddy, move Edwards to advanced playmaker. Pritchard is then going to play as the Mazzala on the right-hand side. And up top, Hamilton is going to move into the centre as the pressing forward. Goldsmith, on you come. 16 acceleration, 13 pace. He should be tearing it up at this level. Jude's not slow either. Let's do some running. Also, wing-backs going on attack. You know what time it is. Okay, 14 minutes left of this game. The tactical changes that I've made have not kicked in yet. A little bit concerning that, considering that Solihull are on the attack, playing it through the middle. They're playing some really nice football here as well. Clark already had one ball of quality whipped in from the right-hand side. They very nearly hurt us with another. They are playing this really difficult shape to break down with kind of the 3 centre-backs, defensive mid, 2 centre-mids, and then the wing-backs as well. I feel like maybe having 3 strikers to just try and match up to their centre-backs is the play here. Whether or not it's going to work for us, we're going to find out in these next 12 minutes. We're on the attack. Ricky D, what can you do? He's going to cross it in, and Goldsmith just misses the target from point blank. It's not like we've not created anything in this game. Have you seen the stats? Reminder, we'd barely had any shots in the first half. We've had 14 shots now. There's 4 minutes left. We're on the attack again. Pritchard loses the ball in a compromising area. At this point, we are throwing players forward. We are going to leave ourselves open, but we've just got to do it. Even a point in this kind of game is big. You know, a point earned for us, 2 points denied for them. Ball's in, Jude heads it. The keeper makes another save. He was offside anyway. The time in the top left is just ticking down, isn't it? 4 minutes of added time. We're already so attacking. I can't do any more. And sadly for us, we're going to succumb to a defeat. 7 shots on target. Their goalkeeper got a 7.8 rating. He's probably got man of the match. Actually, Clark's got man of the match, but they got the same rating. What a frustrating game. I guess this is what I get for slating their stadium. I do feel like we're unlucky, so I'm going to be gentle to the players. Why did I let Jude take the penalty? Why did I let him take the penalty? Ngoma is out for 4 to 5 weeks. He won't be playing against Rochdale in the next game, and I really wish he was. I mean, I don't want to alarm anyone. Rochdale are now 4 points ahead of us. They could be 7 points ahead of us, or more, if we were to bottle it against Bath midweek by the end of the episode. And whilst we do have a match in hand on everyone, so maybe we don't need to panic quite as much, knowing Ngoma is going to make the next run of games really, really hard. Like I mentioned, we've got this game against Bath. They've just lost another game against Worthing. They are struggling down towards the bottom of the table in 19th place, predicted to finish bottom. I'm going to consider them cannon fodder. I hope I don't live to regret it. We're back in a week. Rochdale await at home. Maybe playing in our own backyard, we can have a better performance. I'm not a fan of Baths. Turns out the rest of our team isn't either. 4-1 win against Bath. Amazing result. Had over a 5xG, so the fact we underperformed it, maybe a little bit annoying. Headline news though, Jude Soonsup-Bell, 2 goals to his name. He scored from the penalty spot. I'm going to be honest, he was automatically given the penalty. It was a heart-in-mouth moment. I'm bloody glad he scored. Now, that game against Bath was our game in hand. I wasn't sure for certain, but no one else played. I say no one else played. A few teams played, but it does mean that the league now has 6 teams separated by 1 point, all with the same amount of games played. This division is mental. Now, interesting to note, Rochdale have actually dropped down to 2nd behind Worthing due to goal difference. So keep an eye on that. That makes this game a little more spicy. That game against Bath was midweek, so I did try and rotate the team a little bit, rested up some players ahead of this game. In terms of the team we have for this game, no Ngoma, no Connor Coventry. I'm really looking at Pritchard to kind of pick up the Ngoma slack. He dropped out of the first team despite being a player who didn't really put a foot wrong last year. Unfortunately for us, Ngoma's a player we can't really just replace. Isaac is the best we've got. You might have noticed here, he's unhappy and he's asking for a new contract at the moment. He wants to leave. He's currently on £50 a week, and I will hold up my hands and say he should be paid more. He's currently asking for £1,000 a week. I can't give him £1,000 a week. Although, you know, if he really proved himself in the next month, maybe I would consider it. The rest of the lineup is fairly self-explanatory. The defence is at full strength. Welch and Lissa at centre-back alongside one another. Up top, I was very tempted to drop Adam Abbas for this game. He has been out of form. 6.84 rating. 5 goals so far this season for him in 11 games. Somewhat remarkable this. If I go over to Norman Hamilton, he also has 5 goals so far this season. And actually, Goldsmith, I believe, also has 5 goals this season. No one's got above 5 goals. Everyone's kind of been average. I feel like every previous season in this save game, there's been one player who's stepped up to be that main striking goal scorer. And with this leap up to the National League, it's not quite happened. I'm hoping that Jude can be that man. 2 goals in 2 games technically now. Only 45 minutes against Solihull. He leads the line today. With there being 6 teams separated by 1 point and there only being 1 automatic promotion spot, games like this take on a whole new level of significance. Such an important game for us. In our previous game against Solihull, they were playing this really defensive shape. Rochdale play a narrow formation as well. Keep that in mind. That's an interesting thing to note. There's not many diamonds that we've come up against. We are pretty much matching them here. I have no idea how this game's going to play out. Hopefully it's going to play out in our advantage. I imagine our wing-backs on attack are going to be essential. It's weird, whilst we have been conceding maybe a few more goals with the wing-backs on attack, they have also been our big main outlet for creating goals. And actually Slate and over on the other side, Ricky D, have some of the best ratings in the team for the last 5 games since we made that tactical change. At least for now, I'm persisting with the attacking wing-backs. As the season goes on, it might be a decision I live to regret. But as for here and now, maybe I should be focused on this game. As well, Rochdale run through the middle of the pitch, and fortunately for us, it's an awful shot at the end of it. New centre-back Lissa is on a booking. We're not going to worry about that too much. What is their goalkeeper doing? Oh my god, it's been headed off the line, but Pritchard keeps it alive and scores a goal. I said if he replaces Ngoma and does Ngoma things, I'll give him a new contract. That was very Ngoma-esque. Abbas's shot headed away by Bevan, but Pritchard, like a fox in the box, leaps like a salmon, stings like a bee, heads it in. We're a goal up. What I was about to say before I was rudely interrupted is that Lissa, our centre-back, on a booking already. The new signing, I don't feel like he's earned my trust yet as a centre-back. The kind of player who, if we get to the second half, I might just take off to avoid us losing a player. Obviously, we saw the detriment of going down a man against Crawley last episode. I don't need a repeat of that. Rochdale, you've got to imagine, are going to come on the front foot now. There's only 5 minutes left of the half. They're in possession here at the back. Bevan to right, to Morrison. He lays it inside to Bratley. Nice tackle there by Lissa, and now we can launch the counter-attack. Abbas is bringing it forward. Jude is back post if Abbas can pick him out. Plenty of players queuing up in the box now. Ricky D puts it in. Edwards takes a heavy touch. Back heels it to Ricky D. There's players in the middle. Can he pick someone out? He should have squared it. He did square it, I think. Was it a shot? It's gone out for a throw-in, whatever it was. That said, that throw-in is going to be a highlight, and actually it's a throw-in in our favour, so I'll apologise. It might have been saved by the keeper, and oh my word! A-hole Chuddy in the A-hole Chuddy circle. It's his zone. It's his little area at the edge of the box. Give him the ball there, he scores bangers. And it was Jude with the assist as well. I feel bad for Ricky D. I was slating him for that shot. It might have even been blocked or saved by the keeper. What I do know is the keeper was not getting to that. Maybe he is worth £500,000. Maybe it's not an unreasonable valuation. We double our lead. There's less than 5 minutes left of this half, and we're straight into another highlight. I feel like this game has suddenly burst into life. Ball passed back to Simkin here. He's going to play the ball out of the back for us. Thus far in this game, I feel like we have edged things out. We've not had a lot of the ball by our own standards, but when we have had it, we've created stuff. That said, Rochdale have the ball here with Lambert. He lays it inside to Morrison. Shipston playing that defensive midfielder role. Really good tackle by him there to break down the play. Rhodes has a man here on the overlap, and we are being caught very, very narrow here. Hellowell bringing the ball forward, crosses it in. Oh my word, what have I just witnessed? Get it away from danger. That was Lissa again in the box. Lissa scored an own goal previously, and he looked very questionable there, didn't he? He had to sort out his feet. It hit the woodwork. And, I mean, the highlight's not ending. Rochdale currently besieging us. There's a man injured on the floor, and it's Pritchard. And he needs subbing off. You know when I said he should be like Ngoma? I didn't mean get injured like him. That's a problem. Don't get me wrong, I love Gucci. He's just not a player I necessarily want to be playing in this kind of big game. It's a foot injury as well. Imagine if it's the same injury as Ngoma. That would be, I was going to say incredible. It'd be bloody tragic. 4 minutes of added time at the end of this half makes me think it must have been a somewhat serious injury. To make things worse, they've got a corner. You might have noticed I have now got players set to be at the edge of the box to hopefully help us not concede corners, he says, as they're on the attack. Lambert, Bevan hits the woodwork again. I'll tell you what, Rochdale might feel hard done by to be 2 goals down in this game. They have not been bad. We've not been particularly great, but we are 2 goals up. And because of that, I'm just going to praise the players. I could have risked it with a criticising of the performance, but I don't know. I don't feel like it's necessary. I am concerned about the lack of possession we're having. I think with that in mind, I'm going to tell the players to not look to play it through the middle as much, but instead to look to play just a little bit wider. Worth noting, Rochdale have hit the woodwork on a couple of occasions. They've not yet had a shot on target, for what it's worth. We've had plenty. A third goal, you'd imagine, would seal this result with half an hour left. We're on the attack. Slate, Edwards, Gucci. I mean, if he scores, I'll apologise. He's passed it to Abbas. We've scored. He's offside. I just had this feeling. I just knew. I'm not even sure if that was actually a pass by Gucci. I think he actually probably shot it, but we might have another chance here. Ball back post. Slate is under it. Abbas, already 1 goal to his name in this match and a disallowed goal. He's going to put it on a plate. Lissa is under it. Shipston is there to mop up the pieces as well. Edwards, edge of the box, takes a little turn, and now he's hit the woodwork. Abbas still has it for us. There's something going on with this goal at this end. It's got a magnetic pull for the ball to hit the crossbar. I don't know what's going on here. We do have a corner. We're good from corner. Shipston's over it. Where is Welch, the big man on campus, the head honcho, the big banana, the top sausage, heads wide. Okay, look. We have 2 subs left. I'm going to take off Lissa here, and I might live to regret this. I'm bringing on Jasper Moon. The last time I trusted him, he got sent off against Crawley. Can't happen again, can it? Elsewhere, Abbas, not great. I thought Abbas had scored. No, Abbas scored a disallowed goal, didn't he? Earlier I said Abbas scored. Not true. Complete lie. I'm bringing in Hamilton. 20 minutes left of this game. I've made my subs. Rochdale, they created a little bit in the first half. They've not done nearly as much in this second half. I think our focus in the wide areas and the couple of little tweaks we did have worked wonders. What would be nice, though, would be that third goal that we've been pursuing. Moon, great header there. Holchuddy can't get to the second ball. Moon is going for a wander. Get back in orbit, son. Played back. Oh, my word. Jude plays it to Hamilton. He finishes chances like this. We've brought him on off the bench. I'm sorry I didn't start you, Norman. Of all the players in our team, Norman Hamilton is just the man I trust when he gets the ball in this kind of position to just find the back of the net somehow, some way. What a way to find the back of the net. What a way to go 3 goals up against our biggest rivals. So happy with how this game played out. Had we lost this game, as well as the Solihull Moors one, it would have been pretty disastrous for our fight at the top of the table. As things stand here, though, 3 goals up, massive boost to our goal difference, and there might be a free kick here to end the game. Jude's over. If he scores this, I'm on the pitch. I tell you what, the post has been hit 4 times on this side of the pitch. Mental. And with that there, full time. What a match. What a performance. Holchuddy, 7.7 rating. Love to see that. Elsewhere, who else but in good performances? Jude, 2 assists. What a signing he's turned out to be. Just pretend he didn't miss a penalty in the last game. And with that result there, and all the other results that went on, we actually go top of the league. Did Worthing not win? Fylde drew. Who else played? There's so many teams we're competing against, it's hard to keep track. Solihull Moors beat Worthing. Did Rochdale lost to us? Cheltenham slipped up as well. Yeah, Cheltenham lost. Wow, okay. Things changed a little bit at the top. In spite of that, You can see here, top 8 teams separated by 4 points. We're only a third of the way through the season, and I feel like I've aged more this year than in any previous season of this save game. This is stressful. Of course, it is going to be a very long season ahead. Looking ahead to games that we've got, we do play Worthing towards the end of November. That could be a game we come back for. I'm not going to come back for the FA Cup first round against Woking, who are in our division, but who knows what the FA Cup could bring. If we get to the second round, the third round, and get some exciting draws, we'll probably be back for those. I feel like sometimes in Football Manager, you're presented with players you just can't pass up, and I do believe Jude will be that player for us. Still getting to grips with things, wasn't match sharp going into the first game against Solihull Moors. Maybe it showed a tad. In spite of that, he now has 2 goals in 3 games against, well, 2 of the best teams in the league and Bath. But let's not knock it. What a start he has had. Very excited to see how he gets on this year. I genuinely think he might be the difference maker. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's episode. If you have, go down below the video, slap that like button. We are back tomorrow to end your week with more Park to Prem action. Until then, take things easy. It's me, Jack. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.